You know, I moved my microphone and that unplugged it, it seems like. But we should be good now. This should be, like, my good microphone, right? Hopefully it didn't default to something else. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's what's in front of me here. How's it going, Fusion and DS Shock Trooper? How be things going here? So, last night I did a smidge of Deltarune. I didn't have too much time after I did a whole bunch of testing of Switch 1 games to see performance. So I figured tonight I could do some more Mario Kart World. Or I could just do some more Deltarune here. But yeah, favorite RPG of all time for you, really, with it not even being done yet here. Did you see Summer Game Fest? I did not. That's a name that I've heard before, but I don't think I've ever really looked into it much. Also, I popped in Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes earlier today out of curiosity after I previously tested Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity to find that the FPS isn't capped. So on Switch 2, it runs a whole lot better. Games like this run the exact same on Switch 2. Games that have a specific update run a whole lot better on Switch 2. And games that are programmed in such a way where it's like the frame rate isn't capped, they run better on Switch 2, so all the Nintendo Warriors games. So I tried a little bit of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes a bit on my own time earlier today. And it runs pretty smooth. Is the case. Is that how much it costs in the US, I presume, there? But yeah. Yeah, well, what if the last 3 chapters turn out to be utter crap? I imagine they won't be, but I've quite liked this game so far, I will say. Also, look at this. I made a professional looking layout that's like 4x3 and stuff. Whoa, I did that like literally like 20 minutes ago before starting this stream. I slapped it together. I figured it doesn't need to be anything all that crazy. Just like, hey, we have like the 4x3 game. I can make my camera bigger. I can put the chat down here, and then we just have like the full game over there. Well, okay, so yeah, 25 bucks. Gotcha. I think it was 33 or 32 here? It was something like that. Maybe it was 32.99, something like that here. Forget Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing, Cross Worlds is gonna be crazy when that comes out. I've only played like one Sonic Racing game before. Don't remember which one it was, but I remember I had fun with it. Alright, this is where we left off last night. So Fusion, have you already beaten chapters 3 and 4 by chance? I know some definitely have. Oh, a thing's happening. Hey. There's Tenna on stage over there. We could talk to him for a sec. You know, get some hints about the next board. Anyway, let's go. Beat them, yeah, okay. Yeah, way more on top of things than me here. Well, wait. Chris, maybe we should let Susie go. And just watch from here? Let's just chill, dude. Like, chill with our eyes closed? Eyes closed. And let's close our eyes and think about what she's doing now. Okay. Located in the Purple Cliffs? Perfect! Don't waste any time. You know what comes next. Assembly, air holes, soft, soothing music. Then we just need time. One more board? Just one more board, and then... Hey. Susie! Susie, sweetheart, my star contestant. Hey, how can I help you? Free toy ball voucher? Refreshments? A lifetime supply of non-glooby slime? Just, I say the games are pretty fun, I guess. They are? I mean, you saw when you interrupted us, but I'll say, he was being kind of weird earlier. I feel like this cheered him up. And me too. It's just been taking my mind off everything, I guess. So, Susie? Susie! I've never wanted to hear anything more! I've loved putting on this show. I haven't had this much fun in years! Seeing real laughs, real smiles from an audience of more than one! It's a dream! I can't lie. I've been a bit alone until recently. I can relate, I guess. But hosting you and Lil Rousa has been an honor, even if you're a tad sassy. Hey, Chris was having fun, too. Oh, yeah, Chris! Chris! Good old Chris, what a stinker! Don't you like Chris? What the? Are you kidding? I love Chris! They're one of my original viewers! I'm just not sure if they, love TV. Huh? Why wouldn't they? Hey, would you look at that? The next board's ready! It was great talking to you, Susie. Good luck out there. Yeah, later. But yeah. You need to see what the new trailer for Crossworld Sega does what Nintendo don't. Are they doing something much spicier than Mario Kart World? Because, I mean, that game's only been out for 2 days, so I haven't gotten, like, a full impression of it yet. Hello, Mythic. Things are going pretty alrighty here. I thought I had a gas leak in my Fargo, but I tested earlier today, and it doesn't look like I do, so I'm probably good to take it to a show tomorrow for some interesting stuff here. So what the hell were you two doing? Trying to close eyes and think about Susie. Okay, weirdos. You know, I thought he was a weirdo at first, but Santa's not such a bad guy, you know? Chris, just kinda lonely. He's fun. Right? I knew you were actually having fun, too. But yeah, very interesting that 10 is a 3D model than a sprite like the other characters. Interesting. I know that his movement and, like, general look is a whole lot different, but is it just, like, a 3D model that is turned into a 2D there? Sonic Crossworld is doing crossover characters. Interesting. Yeah, that's what my next question was gonna be there. And how's it going, Redora Master? One interesting thing that's going on here that I can mention is I've been doing a little bit of 3D printing stuff recently, because I don't actually plan on... Hell yeah, brother. I don't actually plan on going to GameCon this coming up weekend, but someone that is who I met at Fragapalooza last year, Open Doors Gaming, the one whose brother, like, destroyed the Smash tournaments there last year, wanted to know if I could potentially 3D print some trophies for a little Smash thing that he's doing at GameCon, because apparently, like, the big Smash thing that was gonna go on was, like, canceled by, like, Nintendo or some such there. Joker from Persona 5 is going to be in the game? What, really? Persona, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be Persona 5. So, I've been tinkering around with some different models and stuff here. So, here's a Smash Ultimate trophy that I printed here recently. It looks kind of cool. I like this twisty model here. So, this is something that I've been playing around with. And I tried to print another one earlier today because he wanted two. He wanted a couple for different days. And my printer kind of jammed in the middle of this one, unfortunately. So, I just have this kind of useless hunk of junk here right now. And I had to disassemble my printer tool head, so my printer over there is a little bit of a disaster zone right now. Because I had to unjam it in like a more severe way than I've ever had to unjam it before. It got jammed in a place that doesn't heat up to be hot, so usually I just like turn up the temperature, run some stuff through, or jam like a wire through or something like that, and push stuff through until it gets melted. I couldn't do that this time. I had to disassemble my tool head and get the jam out, so I'm pretty sure I got it out. I haven't reassembled my tool head yet, but like, I'm sure it'll work fine, because like the big chunk of plastic that was in there I pulled out and stuff like that. But yeah, sends a link for the Sonic Racing trailer. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out here later. Chris, are we all ready to start round 2? Yeah, sure. TV-tastic! Then let's rock and roll, folks! Yeah, I don't know that that's a 3D model, but like, in some instances, I'm sure that maybe it is, but probably not exactly here. Welcome back, everyone, to the show that'll make you scream at your screen. TV time! Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, the gushing pillar of darkness that gives us all form, Dark Fountain! But yeah, I'm glad to hear you say so at your noise. Glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, that was probably the most research that I've done for a video in a long time. Now available in Unsettling Obsidian and Pulsating Rainbow. Now, Mike, the board, please. Slather on that sunscreen, everyone, because today's second and final board will be an aquatic adventure to a desert island. That's right, an all-expenses-paid trip to a beautiful tropical paradise. Ha! Wish I could go, but I'm just a big electronic box attached to the wall. Though I would look good with a tan. For this board's goal, you'll be aiming to enter the floating Atlantis Stadium. Legend has it, the best way there is our super high-budget Rainbow Bridge. However, the rainbow only appears if two lovers meet at Lover's Cliff. By the way, don't forget to take lots of photos while you're on vacation. Now, we're gonna have some real fun in the sun today, so don't touch that dial. Well, okay, you can touch it, just be gentle. Okay. So that's another one of these. Welcome to Coda Island. Alright, Ralsei, turn into a surfboard. I can only be a block. Okay, so we're doing another one of these here. Excited for the upcoming Digimon story, Time Stranger. They did another trailer recently, and it has, get this, English voice acting in it. We're eating good with this upcoming release. Could never be Pokemon. The Switch 2 is going pretty alright here so far. I am definitely liking it. Like, I do definitely have, like, some complaints with it, like the fact that we're still using the terrible Switch 1 UI, like the same kind of OS and stuff here. Like, 3DS home menu design was peak, but Switch just boring, like, no themes outside of light theme, dark theme, just showing the list of the games that you've played most recently in the most boring way. Like, it's just boring and bland, you know? I guess it'd be better if I showed this here. Like, I don't like that. It sucks that the Joy-Con controllers have the same issue that can apparently lead to drift, and it's like, what, did Nintendo learn nothing? So, you know, there's some things that I'm kind of ticked off at Nintendo about. The one of the main features of the console, the whole C button, the game chat being subscription exclusive and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you don't have a subscription, the button does nothing. If the server comes down one day in the far future and you're playing Switch 2, then, yeah, that button's just not going to do anything, just be a relic of the past. So there's issues that I have with it. Mario Kart World looks really nice and does definitely feel like a hardware bump up. I was noticing when I was cutting up my last stream into parts, it seems like the more limiting factor for my stream quality would just be like my capture card / my bit rate that I can put out. I guess it would be more so my bit rate because I can only like send so much through Twitch at once. Like maybe it would look better if I recorded. But when I was cutting things up into parts, I noticed quite a bit of blurriness. The game looks significantly worse than what I was seeing in front of me playing. Just because, like, you can only stream so much quality through Twitch at once here. So stuff like Deltarune doesn't really matter. But I do wonder, like, long term, should I start recording along the side of streaming? And then that recording is what I cut up into parts? It'd be a bit of a pain in the butt with having to render each individual part. But, like, it wasn't looking all that great when there was lots of motion and stuff like that. So that's working pretty okay. Games that have enhancements for Switch 2, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, is running a whole lot better. Xenoblade X, which didn't actually have an update, but apparently had, like, stuff in the cartridge to make it run better, running at 60 is really nice and super silky smooth. The Nintendo Warriors games are feeling a lot nicer because they don't have a capped frame rate. So you pop something like Pokemon Legends Arceus in, and it's no difference, is what I noticed there. It just feels exactly the same as Switch 1. But the Nintendo Warriors games don't have a capped frame rate, so you pop them in and they're just running at like 60 or whatever they could potentially be running at. And they're so silky smooth and nice now. Like, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to do another playthrough of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, but that does definitely give me some motivation, because it is actually so smooth now. Yeah, it kept the exact same UI, the same terrible UI. So, you know, there's things that I'm liking about it, things that I'm not liking about it, is what I'd say so far here. And I can agree with Palworld being better than Pokemon, at least in current state kind of thing here. Went to Walmart today, not for a Switch 2, but since there I looked in the aisle. The Nintendo aisle was still all Switch stuff, and the display was set up with no console or controllers. The Nintendo Switch 2 games and accessories, no console of course, were in a small case in the Xbox aisle for some reason. Oh, interesting. Also, I didn't have a single physical copy of Mario Kart World. 6 out of 7 physical games there were game key cards. Big sad, really, that many there. Yikes. Yeah, there might be a bit of a push for digital games, or I don't know what the situation is with the, with what publishers, with third-party publishers have access to, because I thought I heard word that it's like, you can only get like regular cartridges up to like 32 gigabytes or something like that, so if you want to do something smaller without going on like a 32 gig cartridge, or you want to do something bigger like Cyberpunk, then it's best to do like a game key card to maximize your profits or something like that. I don't really know what the situation is when it comes to what third parties have access to that Nintendo provides in terms of like cartridge availability and stuff. Like, that was something that I wasn't able to find when I was doing research for my Switch 2 video essay. Like, I couldn't find any definitive answers. It's just like, just something that Nintendo and the publishers knows for the most part. But I am pretty dang pissed off about Bravely Default on the Switch 2 being a game key card. Like, this was a 3DS game that existed on the cartridge, and now you're telling me the enhanced port of it, with like the bumped up graphics and the motion control minigames, couldn't even be bothered to be on the actual cartridge anymore, when it was on the actual cartridge like 15 years ago or whenever it came out? Like, what the hell? So, I don't know if it's just like a pretty small game and Nintendo wouldn't provide like a smaller cartridge and they were like, oh, let's not shell out for these chonking cartridges, let's just go game key cards or something like that. But the fact that the original game on the 3DS like 15 years ago was on the cartridge, but now 2 consoles later it can't even be put on the cartridge, it's a game key card exclusive, it's gotta be a cardinal sin. But yeah, that's awesome. Love me FE Warriors. Yeah, maybe once I have some time in the game schedule, I might feel a little bit more compelled to like, maybe I will do those other routes I was thinking about after all, because it is smooth now. But yeah, I thought Switch cartridges went up to 64 gigabytes. They do. But I thought I heard something. I couldn't verify this. I thought I heard something about, like, Nintendo would provide 32 gigs at, like, the lowest kind of thing. So it's like, Nintendo themselves can produce and publish on, like, smaller cartridges, but third parties can't, or something like that. And that's why you might have small games like Bravely Default going on game key cards so that they don't shell it for a chonking cartridge that you're not even going to be fully using. I don't know. Maybe this is information that'll come out in the future. Like, don't take my word for it, because I really don't know. That's just some stuff that I heard on the grapevine that I could not verify for myself, so I don't 100% trust it as is, but, you know. Let's see here. So, yeah. But also, for the sake of a physical game, I would accept to get this, a game released on 2 cartridges. Yeah, do like a multi-disc kind of thing. Like, the times of the old. Also, do some third-party games on the Switch 2 UI look like they have low-res thumbnails? Do they? I wouldn't know from, this. Like, unless we look at, like, Switch 1 stuff. Some of these thingamabobs. What would be, like, the last third-party thing that I would have played? Unicorn Overlord? Persona 5 Tactica? I have a lot of games. Kind of the case. Love the Zelda parody this game is doing. Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun there. I quite like that. But yeah, I quite like my physical things. I could have gotten a Mario Kart World bundle with for my Switch 2, and I would have saved myself some money. No, I gotta go physical. I needed that cartridge in there. I needed it physical. So, I paid who knows how much more to get the darn thing physical. I bought the Switch 2, I bought the physical version of Mario Kart World, got a Pro Controller, I got a screen protector, and I paid close to $1,000 Canadian. So that was a big bite out of my channel savings here. Also, with the screen protector, I only put it on earlier today. I was being very careful over the past couple days, taking it in and out carefully. I just wanted to get, like, streaming the new stuff. And even then, with my very, very careful handling, me not doing anything that I would think would scratch it, I didn't see anything in the darkness, but when I shone my treble light on it to make sure I was getting off all the dust before I put on the screen protector, there was already several scratches all over my Switch screen. Because apparently I heard that, like, the Switch 2 screen is plastic, but, like, the covers that you can get for it, like I got, are glass, so I got that on immediately. But it seems like, it seems very much like if you get a Switch 2, you're gonna want to be getting a screen cover immediately. Because that thing is gonna scratch up just like that, from, like, the slightest touch. So I am, you know, kind of ticked off at the screen design there. Nope, there's been no word about there being any first-party game key card games. Hello, Lancer. Me when I'm giving a card with a unique magic sigil on it. I've been dealt a rune. Ah, yes. But yeah, like, some would some third-party games not have high-res thumbnails? Like, alright, was that the one that I already read? I don't know. Let's keep playing the game. Welcome to the island board. Atlantis awaits in the north, but you will need 2 lovers to unveil the rainbow bridge. Kinky. The photo place. Welcome to Koda Shrine. I'm for holding a photograph. A photium. A podium for holding a photograph. A photium. Podium for holding a photograph. A photium. And stuff. Oh, a camera. The news at Walmart said you found 5 gum. Is that, like, rare? I've never shopped for gum, so, like, I'm learning how it chews to gum 5 feels. Yes. Also, speaking about Walmart, I forget whether my cousin said that it was at Walmart or just at, like, GameStop. I think it might be in my DMs. I am kind of curious now. Because he, let's see here. Okay, he didn't exactly say where, so I presume GameStop. Yesterday, he sent me a Discord DM saying, lol, friend of mine just- oh, it was Best Buy there. Lol, friend of mine just went over to Best Buy and bought one. No pre-order or anything. Just during the day. So I guess there are some places here where it's not, like, completely sold out or anything. There are some places where you can still wander in, just ask if they have some, and they have some, potentially. Stimulate your senses, that's right. let's add that to, like, the sound effects people can redeem. You got the camera! Press A to take a picture. Chris, take a photo! Time for it to be like the museum sequence in SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePantis for those PlayStation 2. That's me! Guess it's okay if it's in a game. So, okay. I've seen 5 gum at the grocery store before, pretty often, so I don't think it's rare. Take 3 grand photos to reach the ocean. Okay, fair enough there. Oh, my local dollar store doesn't carry it. Send a meme in the memes channel for you, Harmonia? Yeah, what now? How it choose to... it's a video here. Here, more Zelda stuff. Here, how long is it? I know the thing that I was sent earlier is like a full-on trailer, so I don't know if I want to watch it like right in the middle of stuff here. This is just a... hold on. If I did this... watch me get copyrighted.
Choose to gum find feels. Gum gum. Sense your stimulate.
Okay, well, 6 seconds, yeah. That's fair enough for middle of stream there. With trailers and stuff like that, usually I try to wait until like after the stream or a bit of a lull in the game or something like that. Just in case anyone's tuning in for just like Deltarune and stuff and they're like, oh my god, he's taking forever to get to like the actual thing that I came here for. You know, keep the train going and stuff. The plant of spikes hides in the forest. It's no rose, but its thorns hold love. Okay, so a spiky plant is something of love there. Gum gum sense your stimulate. My favorite One Piece technique. A green geyser just next door. Who can dig it up? I don't know. The red antlion under the ground. Fangs of youth unearthed with a photo. A flower torn in half. I wonder who took it. The photo, I mean. I don't know. Take 3 grand photos. Okay, what is this, a hot spring? It's gonna turn into like a super anime game. Oh no, the green spring is blocked up. Guess we'll have to squeeze Ralsei into a green smoothie. Make smoochies, not smoothies. Wow. I don't know. But yeah, I actually have all 3 lines of that meme saved at separate sounds in Discord's soundboard. So I can just press a button and voice chat and gum gum everyone. Okay, Luffy. Whoa, it's a not Octorok. What's this? Binoculars, 10 points to take a view of Atlantis Stadium. It must be beautiful. Trust me, it's a sight to behold. Sure, view. I'm a menace to society. Another pyramid? What? What? We have a budget to keep in mind, you know? What a ripoff. Hey! Well, I mean, okay. Don't adjust your set! Chris is blue and fighting again! Give 150 points to spare, tire enemies out. Touch green for mercy. What does that mean exactly? I don't know. Try these or something. Bet touch the green 4s. Susie shook Pippins, or else they swore not to cheat. Yeah, touch these 4s and taste the thrill. Oh. Okay. Don't adjust your set. Here. So then, let's select this one here. Also have James May says cheese meme on soundboard. I have no idea what that is there. Sure, and then I do this, because I think it was 50% with each of them or something like that. I don't know, just regular 50% there. Maybe it was Ralsei's thing that, add another 50% or something. But all on green 4, alright! Oh my god. Wow, a spare! Love blooms on the battlefield, folks! Alright, sure, the this, sure. You bet you could touch the dice when it's a green 4. Oh. Oh, okay, well, I sure didn't. Refreshments are available in the green room. So, like... oh, I can't do that yet. Here, just do that. Swore not to cheat. Raise the stakes and, okay. And then we do this. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I'm educating you on memes. 3-second meme video incoming. Oh, no. Wow. Okay. Well, there's one of that pair from before. So, I mean... Look, guys, I'm lost. I didn't mean to make a shop. I lost a point for that. You got the Rulix's block. Yon crud, I didn't mean to sell that. Don't take my blocks. I needest those. Okay, it's ready for you on the Discord. Who the heck was that? Do I even want to hear? Or is it too cursed? Please buy this boy! He's making me lose my marbles! Lancer. But, like, I can't afford the boy. It's so many points to buy Lancer. What the heck? So expensive. I don't know. What's this way? Can I, like... Oh. Okay. Touch the item to wear it. They look like weird pants. You look great. Oh, Susie, doesn't Chris look nice? Maybe for a second grader. Well, a little sad they didn't continue the running game of rules, adding more accents until they became completely incomprehensible. I mean, maybe it'll still happen here. Maybe. What's this? Oh. Okay. Looks like a puzzle. Leave it to me. Okay. Well done, Susie. Got anything harder? Huh? My antennas are... Sorry, be right back, kids.